Well, hello and how are you? Hey, friends, welcome to the Shen Show. I am your host, Shenandoah Briscoe, coming to you from right here in St. Charles, Missouri. Go to sleep. Okie dokie. Hey, you know what? Today's Tuesday, July the 7th, 2020. Got happy birthday shout outs going out to Martin Kelly, Merrilli, J. Sarabia, Sarby. There you go. Morelli, J. Sarbelli. Angela Jones, and Aslam. Yes. Okay, that's them. Martin Kelly, faithful follower of the Shen Show and of the Bible with Briscoe, and Morelli J. Sarbai, and Angela Jones Aslam. So, without further ado, here is birthday song for the three of you. Hey, Martin. Hey, Morelli. And Angela. Hey, I heard it's your birthday today. So happy birthday, I must say. You know you're one more year older today. So happy birthday to you, I say. I said, hey, Martin, Angela, and Morelli. I heard it's your birthday today. So happy birthday, I must say. You know you turned up one more year older today, so happy birthday to you, I say. And many more. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Hey, I got some Facebook poke shout outs. That's right, Facebook poke friends who have poked me on Facebook. Yep, got a shout out to Dana Jennings, Amanda Sue Little, and Julie Rigo. You're getting your shout out right here, right now. I am returning your poke on the Facebook. Now, I'm not returning your poke right this minute because, well, I'm not live and I am going ahead and doing the show. But I will be live later in Facebook. Well, I won't be live later in Facebook. I personally will be over on Facebook and I'll poke you back over there. All right, all right, all right. Okie dokie, you're getting your shout outs though. The more people who poke me on Facebook, the more shout outs you're going to get. And so, if you was to want to be shouted out all across the nation worldwide, well, by golly, you just go ahead and put a friends light up the thumb mark there right down below. You just like my video, and I'll give you a shout out for liking me. And if nothing else, I'll give you shout outs for birthdays, which I do, and for pokes. All right, my pokey friends, you have been return poked. All right, let's do some local weather brought to you by the Bible with Briscoe 2020. Yes, the Bible with Briscoe 2020 is a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Today's reading will be Job 34 through 35 and Acts 15 1 through 20. Alrighty then. Today's local weather forecast, it's 85 degrees out there right now, and it just got done raining, so the humidity is probably out through the roof. What the temperature feels like, I do not know because I'm not out there, I'm in here with the air conditioner just rolling on and my little heater keeping me warm. Anyway, let's see. Tonight is July 7th, and we're going to have partly cloudy skies, lows around 73 degrees Fahrenheit, and winds are going to be light and variable south at approximately 4 miles per hour. And then Wednesday, July the 8th, generally sunny skies despite a few afternoon clouds. A few stray afternoon thunderstorms are quite possible. Highs around 93 degrees Fahrenheit and winds light and variable, south to southeast at 5 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies overnight with lows around 74 degrees Fahrenheit and winds light and variable south at 4 miles per hour. Being directly out of the south, that means temperature is going to rise. And seeing as how it's 93, Why, I tell you what, they didn't rise at all. Thursday, July the 9th, mostly sunny skies in the morning, with an isolated thunderstorm developing later in the day. Hot and humid, highs around 93, so they stayed the exact same. Winds are going to be still coming right up out of the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 30%. Variable cloudiness with scattered thunderstorms overnight. Lows around 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Wind slight and variable. Chances of rain 40%. Alrighty then, Friday, July the 10th. Partly cloudy skies, a stray shower or thunderstorm is quite possible. Highs near 90 degrees Fahrenheit and winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Clear skies overnight, lows around 71 degrees Fahrenheit and winds north to northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly, except for a few afternoon clouds. We got a mainly sunny day on Saturday, July the 11th. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High temperatures around 92 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be light and variable, north at about 5 miles per hour. Now, I'm thinking that the temperature is going to drop because the wind's blowing directly out of the north. Not true a while ago, it stayed the same, but it had been already blowing up out of the south. So, with the temperature reversing it, I mean the winds reversing themselves, we will both be surprised. But with the winds reversing themselves from 92 degrees, I bet we drop temperature. Okay, here we go. Saturday night. July of the 31st, July the 11th, still variable clouds with scattered thunderstorms, lows around 71 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be light and variable, chances of rain 50%. Like northeast winds at 3 miles per hour. Here we go. This is the decision maker. Wind temperatures, I mean, winds blowing directly out of the north. Temperatures were 92, and booyah, what do we got? What do we got? Ha ha! Sunday, July 12th. Partly cloudy skies, a stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Highs 89 degrees. What did I tell you, folks? Temperatures were going to drop or rise with the difference in the direction, you guys. Wind directions make all the difference in the world. I'm becoming a meteorologist basically just by doing the weather forecast each and every day. It's starting to sink in, folks. I'm learning. Surprise me. Did you know that even a scarecrow can have a brain? Anyway, winds are going to be north to northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then mostly clear skies, lows around 67 degrees Fahrenheit, and winds north to northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour overnight on that Sunday, July the 12th. Wraps up our 5-day weather forecast for the St. Charles viewing area, brought to you today by the Bible with Briscoe 2020. Yes, a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Alrighty then. Let's see. Yesterday, folks, I am sorry about getting lightheaded and messing with it. I blew it. Boy, 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 boy. I don't know what I ate or didn't eat. I don't know what I done or didn't do. But maybe it was because I was doing Charlie Daniels songs, which are pretty well rapid songs. And with me being a quadriplegic in my condition, hold on, got to get a drink of water. H2O salvation. It's good for me and it's good for you. Anyway, maybe I even deleted my electrolytes, but I had just had Gatorade prior to the show. But like I said, I was doing Charlie Daniels songs, and they require a bunch of air because they're quick songs, and with me being quadriplegic and limited chest, limited lung capacity due to the fact I've only got a diaphragm muscle working to inflate my lungs and all that because my chest muscles, my expansion muscles for my chest, they don't quite work like they're supposed to. And I should be working on that daily. I should make myself breathe in and breathe out with big, heavy breaths so that I can get plenty of oxygen in my lungs. And maybe, just maybe, I'll get that rib cage expanding and contracting more, and maybe I'll build some pecs. But anyway, that being the case, that not being the case, that's sidetracking with a bunny trail, which I do quite often. Um, Back to passing out, I might have under oxygenated myself and took it all away with the Charlie Daniels songs. Had to do Charlie Daniels because he'd passed yesterday, and I wanted to, make sure that he got recognized for his passing because he was one of the greats. But that's what I'm saying. He was one of the greats, and I wanted to make sure that he got his send off in the proper way. All right, that being said, let's see what else we can do today. Today. I'm still a little upset with the daily bread thing because, well, it's still not right as far as I'm concerned. Um, the prayer devotion today would be prayer eggs, but it doesn't have the it doesn't tell me what the Bible uh, verses would be as far as what the scriptures are. I mean, it tells you what the devotion is titled, and it tells you the story for the devotion, but it does not tell you what the Bible scriptures that they'll be using for the devotion would even be. So anyway, I don't know what to read for the devotion because, well, I'm not quite that savvy. I couldn't tell you exactly where to jump to in the Bible. And well, whenever I get the book back from church, I'll be getting the book and it will tell me which scriptures to go with. And I'm kind of muddling along each and every day with the Bible with Briscoe, trying to figure out which scriptures to do because once I get the book back, I will be able to go ahead and it should show in the book. I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's just showing in the book. But anyway, either way, that's neither here nor there. I did say yesterday I promised to read a story. Wasn't able to do it, although I changed clothes in the middle of the program. You guys just, if you didn't watch it yet, you will, and when you do, you'll say, "Hey, wait a minute, that was a quick wardrobe change." But anyway, that being the case, here we go. Let's read a book. How about that? Let's read a book. How about let's go into the Library of Congress, and the book we're going to read is a Grimm's Tale. And I think what we were decided we were going to do today was the Queen Bee. And so the Queen Bee, once upon a time, two princes started off in search of adventure and falling into a wild, wait a minute, what? And falling into a wild, free mood of life, did not come home again. The third brother, who was called the Blockhead, set out to look for the other two. But when at last he found them, they mocked him for thinking of making his way in the world with his simplicity, while they, who were so much more clever, could not get on. So mm, they, all three, went together till they came to an ant heap. The two elder princes wanted to disturb it to see how the little ants crept away carrying their eggs. But the blockhead said, the little creatures alone. I will not allow you to disturb them. And then they went on further until they came to a lake in which a great many ducks were swimming about. The two wanted to catch and roast a pair, but the blockhead would not allow it and said, "Leave the creatures alone. You shall not kill them." At last they came to a bee's nest, and such a quantity containing such a quantity of honey that it flowed around the trunk of the tree. The two princes wanted to set fire to the tree and suffocate the bees so as to remove their honey. But the blockhead stopped them again and said, "Leave these creatures alone. I will not let you burn them." At last the three brothers came to a castle, where the stables were full of stone horses, but no, not a soul was to be seen. They went, whoops, turned the page the wrong direction. Not a soul was to be seen. And so they went through all the rooms till they came to a door and came to a door quiet at the end, quite at the end, fastened with three bolts. In the middle of the door was a lattice, and through which one could see into the room. There they saw a little gray man sitting at a table. They called to him once, thrice, or twice, but he did not hear them, and finally, when they had called him the third time, he stood up and opened the door and came out. He said not a word, but led them to a freshly spread table. And when they had eaten and drank, he took them each to a bedroom. The next morning the little gray man came to the eldest prince, beckoned, and led him to a stone table were inscribed three tasks by means of which the castle should be freed from enchantment. This was the first task. In the wor in the wood under the moss lay the princess's pearls, and 1,000 in number. These had all to be found, and if at sunset a single one were missing, the seeker was turned to stone. The eldest went away and searched all day, but when evening came, he had only found the first 100, and it happened as the inscription foretold. He was turned to stone. The next day the second brother undertook the quest, but he fared no better than the first brother, for he only found 200 pearls, and he too was turned to stone. At last came the blockhead's turn. He searched in the moss, but the pearls were hard to find, and he got on but slowly. Then he sat down on a rock and cried. And as he was sitting there, the ant king, whose life had been saved, came up with 5,000 ants, and it was not long before the little creatures had found all the pearls and laid them in a heap. Now the second task was to get the key of the prince's room out of the lake. When the blockhead came to the lake, The ducks he had once saved swam up, divided, and brought up the key from the depths. But the third task was the hardest. The prince had to find out which was the youngest and most charming of the princesses while they were asleep. They were exactly alike and could not be distinguished in any way except that before going to sleep, each had eaten a different kind of sweets. The eldest of pieces, the eldest a piece of sugar, the second a little syrup, and the third a spoonful of honey. Now the queen of the bees, whom the blockhead had saved from burning, came and tried the lips of all three, and finally she settled on the mouth of the one who had eaten the honey, and so the prince recognized the right one. Then the charm was broken, and everything in the castle was set free, and those who had been turned into stone took human form again. And the blockhead married the youngest and sweetest princess and became king after her father's death, while his two brothers married the other sisters. And there you have it, the Grimm's Fairy Tales, The Queen Bee. I think that was very familiar to one we just read the other day. I'm pretty sure it was because, well, hey, I remember reading it. Hey, that was a quick one. Can't believe that one page. Yeah, we'll do that one tomorrow. The Elves and the Shoemaker. Alrighty then. Hey, that means we're going to save this for not the Bible with Briscoe, but Shen Show stuff. There we go. Alrighty then. That concludes the story time. Let's see what kind of time we're looking at as far as the program goes. 22:23. Well, hey, that looks close enough to me. I'm going to go ahead and cut it on off for the day because, well, I think I'm going to go outside and play in some of that heat, warmth, and sunshine. Well, yeah, there's a little bit of sunshine left, so I'm going to see if I can't catch it before it goes away. So I'm going to sing this song for you. Ah, well, goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I say goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. Oh, I hate to leave you, but I really must go. So goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. This here's been Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello and how are you? Thanks for tuning in to the Shen Show. And as always, you know, God loves you and so do I. So be blessed and come back and see me tomorrow because, well, hey, I'll be here and I hope that you are too.